Luckily, I don't have a kid, so he wasn't sick all week, and my only excuse for being tired is I had lots of cocktails, but not today, not today. Miller is real piss, I would like to say that. Could you record this? Miller is piss. But forget the piss, because we're going to have great shit happening, and as always, that's right, I seem to be stuck in a certain area of the body. I think I pulled the muscle, I'm not sure. But to start the show, traditionally we have somebody come out, and we don't just go right into the show cold. We have a comedian come out and warm you all up so that he doesn't actually bring like Ben Gay and rub it on you or anything. He comes out and does some yucks. I know you're going to like him. He's a funny, funny guy. I've worked all over New England with him. A nice round of applause, Mr. Dan Margarita.
Oh, thank you very much. It's nice to be here. Quick poll of our studio audience. How many people here have ever watched TV? Question's going to get easier, I promise. A lot of stupid commercials on TV. Like, for instance, how about this commercial? Guy comes on and he says, when you have a cold, you should take what doctors take. I'm thinking, yeah, I'd love to, but I can't afford a 2-week vacation in Florida. How about the commercial for the Easy Lift reclining chair? You seen this one? Helps old people get onto their feet slowly. Every time I see this commercial, being the sick, twisted, demented person that I am, I always think the same thing. Somebody give me a screwdriver. We'll send Gramps airborne across the room. How about this commercial? This man has a cough. No kidding. Yeah, I'm starting a personal grassroots campaign. I'd like to have McGruff the crime dog neutered. Take a bite out of crime. Take a dive off a cliff, Fido. Fetch. I know. Oh, that reminds me, I've been meaning to send away for my Gone with the Wind dinner dishes. Thank God, now I finally have something to go with my Flintstones jelly glasses. And, used to get a kick out of Bill Cosby in those Coke commercials. Remember those? Bill Cosby, the man was continually amazed that other brands of cola would compare themselves to Coca-Cola. These guys are still comparing themselves to Coke! Relax, Bill. It's their job, okay? What are they supposed to, compare themselves to Drano? I don't know. Yeah. A friend of mine's a dyslexic. The other day I was looking through the TV guide, saw a listing for the 700 Club, thought it was a James Bond movie. Just testing you there, folks. Usually takes a few minutes to sink in. Yeah. I was watching MTV the other day, moron television. Have you noticed that Ronald Reagan likes to quote rock stars and film stars? I think he's trying to become more popular with young people. First, he quoted Bruce Springsteen. He said, well, like Bruce Springsteen said, I was born in the USA. Then he quoted Clint Eastwood. He said, well, let me say this to Congress. Go ahead, make my day. Then he had the nerve to quote John Lennon. He said, well, let's give peace a chance. And I'm waiting for him to quote Bob Dylan myself. Well, everybody must get stoned. A lot of stupid lyrics in songs. Like, how about this one? ZZ Top. She got legs, and she knows how to use them. Can't figure these damn things out. I don't know. I had to watch a lot of TV as a kid because I never had many friends. I was always picked on. Every time I go to the beach, I'd always get sand kicked in my face. Always. Finally, one day I just had enough. I said, Ma, stop it. Did a stupid thing a couple of weeks ago. I locked my keys in my car. That's not the stupid part. Stupid part was that I got a coat hanger, I unlocked the car, I got the keys out of the car, then I threw the coat hanger in the back seat figuring, well, next time I'll be prepared. A friend of mine took the radio out of the dashboard of his car and he put it in the glove compartment. Put put a sign on the window of his car that said no radio. One day he drove into Boston, found a parking space, parked his car. Took off for about an hour. Hour later he comes back, found an empty parking space and a sign that said no car. Yeah. I'm one of these people, I don't know anything about cars. My idea of engine repair is, if I hear a noise in the engine I don't like, I just turn the radio up that much louder. Yeah. I gotta tell you, true story. This past February, I took a 10-day trip to the Soviet Union. I figure Soviet Union, February, it's gonna be cold, so I grew long hair and a beard. My father's kind of an old-fashioned guy, was all over me. Kept saying, Danny, get a haircut, get a shave, you look like a slob, you look like a bum, get a haircut, get a shave. Finally I said, hey, Dad, Jesus Christ had long hair and a beard. My father said, well, that's different. They didn't have razors back then. Come on, Dad, I think a man who can walk on water could probably get rid of unwanted facial hair. So we fly out of New York, okay? I got the 17-year-old high school kid sitting next to me. We climb up to 30,000 feet. All of a sudden, this zipper head turns to me and he says, hey, I wonder what the drinking age is up here. I said, I don't know. You want a bare ass for one? What are they going to do, throw you out? All right, that's it, pal. You're out of here. Let's go. Bounce from 30,000 feet. But I even wrote a joke for the occasion. I thought I could tell over there and kind of, break the ice a little bit. The joke is this. How many capitalist pigs does it take to change a light bulb? None. They make the oppressed workers do it. How about this one? Quick impression. Mikhail Gorbachev. Guarantee that's a big hit all over Yugoslavia by now. I was raised a Catholic, speaking of Jesus Christ, but here's one for you people that went to Catholic school as a kid. Remember this one? No, I was raised a Catholic. Biggest problem with the Catholic Church is that the masses are too damn long. I mean, like communion. You got these long lines of people that go all the way up the aisle, get communion, turn around, go all the way back. It'd be much quicker if they just had, like, vendors walking up and down the aisle. Hey, Christ here! Christ here! Ice cold Christ here! Couldn't say red hot Christ, could you? No, of course not. I drove in there off the Mass Turnpike tonight. And now I'm on the Turnpike. I come off the exit. I come to a toll booth. I roll my window down. I hand the guy my ticket and $1. And I noticed the man was wearing a rubber glove. Okay, immediately 2 possibilities come to mind. One is that there's some new state law requiring a medical exam when exiting a highway. That'll be 80 cents. Turn your head and cough. I figure it's got to be a fear of AIDS thing, which is kind of ridiculous. AIDS in toll booths? Has this been a big problem in this country? Let's get Ted Koppel in this one right away. Something I want to get off my chest, too, is that the fact that I eat white bread, okay? I'm not ashamed of it. I eat white bread, but people give me a hard time about it. It's always people that, like, smoke a lot of grass, do a lot of acids. Oh, my God, man, I can't believe you're eating white bread. That has, like, no nutritional value whatsoever, man. Not as healthy as the mind-altering chemicals you've been doing, pal. Nobody ever jumped out of a 19-story window because they OD'd on Wonder Bread. I'm kind of psyched it's baseball season. I like baseball. I'm a softball player. Softball's a great sport. The softball's a sport for people who want to convince themselves they're actually doing something athletic. What are you doing softball? You fly out to left field, run back to the bench, and open a beer. Yeah, I'm an athlete. I like doing comedy. Comedy's a fun job. People try and analyze you sometimes, though. They'll say, a sense of humor is a defense mechanism. No, a .357 Magnum, that's a defense mechanism. Believe me, a sense of humor is no help when you're in an alley being beaten to a pulp. Hey, look, guys, I don't want any trouble, but I think it's only fair to warn you. I happen to have a great sense of humor. One of the reasons I get into comedy, I thought it would help me meet women. Had a lot of problems meeting women. It's pretty much been my experience that when a woman says no, what she really means is yes, but not with you. We all know these guys that want to go through life the easy way. You know these guys that want to find that 97-year-old wealthy widow? They want to marry her and have themselves made the sole heir in the will. Then immediately afterwards throw her that surprise party. Surprise! Oh, Gertrude, I shouldn't have given you that champagne. You've got the hiccups. Boo! Yeah. How many people here have ever been to school? Good, okay. Fire drill's a lot of fun in school. What do they always tell you in a fire drill?
Remain calm. Go to the front of the room. Line up at the door. Turn right. Down the hall. Single file. Walk. Don't run. Remain calm. Down the hall. Turn right. Down the stairs. Turn left. Down the hall. Single file. Walk. Don't run. Remain calm. Turn left. Out the door. Into the parking lot.
You could read War and Peace in that amount of time. You figure, okay, sure, it's a drill, teach, I'll do it. Hey, if a real fire breaks out, I'm going out the nearest window. I went to college for a year, if you want to call a place I went to a college. I went to a place called Bunker Hill Community College. Yeah, you should be laughing. It should be called Benny Hill Community College. Really? Oh, yeah. I never did too well at English. I mean, I could speak English well enough to get by. I never knew the tenses and all that garbage. Conjugation, subjugation, prepositional phrase. English teacher would hand me a paper and say, Dan, are you aware that you have a dangling participle? So, geez, a bit of the Kleenex. But foreign languages, forget the foreign languages. Is the chair masculine or feminine? I hadn't checked. How many times you flipping the light switch? The furniture's been mating again. Get that end table off the couch. But math was my worst subject. I was terrible at math, and I figured out it's not my fault. I was bad at math. Those damn math books they used to give us. Remember those? They would never give you the information you needed to solve a problem. John has $10. Mary has $5. How much money does Phil have? Who the hell is Phil? Thank you, that's it for me. You've been great.